For the shootout, Deutz-Fahr has put forward its Agrotron M600 Summit with 141 horsepower. It features the tried and tested ZF power shift transmission with 24 forward and 24 reverse gears.
The Deutz-Fahr is the smallest tractor we've had to test for these couple of days.
But it performed very well on large implements. It's got the smallest bonnet here, so forward visibility was excellent.
I think Deutz probably have it ahead of the rest in some ways, with their visibility especially. Obviously the sloping front bonnet and a lot of glass surrounds, and also the sunroof in the ceiling if you're doing loader work, gives you great all-round vision.
In the cab, it's quite well laid out. Those that have driven a Deutz before will be familiar with the sort of rainbow of colours.
Orange is transmission, blue is hydraulics, green linkage and yellow for PDO. So all the buttons and levers around the cab are very easy to make your way around and very user friendly.
Overall, I thought the cab was very well laid out, very well finished, and as good as any other on the market in this medium bracket.
I think we were all anxiously waiting to see how it did on the machinery.
Being only 140 horsepower, I assumed it may have struggled on a few of the bigger implements we were going to put on it, but it's actually performed really well.
We had the cracker in as deep as it'll go, and we couldn't. The engine was definitely had a lot of lugging power. We found that on the power harrow as well.
What really impressed me with this tractor was we loaded it right up with a 5 metre set of power harrows, and we're running at 1,000 revs per minute and loaded it right up by going up through the gears and dropped it right back to 850 revs per minute. Normally you'd be jumping on the gears trying to go back down through the gears just to try and regain that revs again, but it found a sweet spot at about 800 and held on to that, and then when the going got a bit easier, it pulled itself away.
Overall, it's a plucking tractor. It performed better than we imagined it would, and it was reasonably easy to get in and drive.
But to be fair to the Deutz, it was the smallest tractor here, but we felt it handled the rippers and the power harrow very well for the size of the tractor. The implements are too big for it, to be honest, but it handled them very well. So yeah, it was quite surprising actually how well it did.